So one thing I found so interesting with Gilmore Girls is how similar both Emily and Lorelai were, but how much they chose not to see it. Many people think their similarity is exactly what made them to press each other's buttons, but I would say one thing we can take away is the fact that these women were doing what they believed to be best for their children. I find the Gilmore Girls story interesting because even though this is fiction, it is the story of many people's lives. In a recent video I did, a lot of people commented on how they could relate and how Rory's situation describes them. And I really appreciate you coming out to share that because sometimes it can feel like you're the only one going through something tough until you hear other people's stories. On this video, I want to dive a little deeper and talk about Lorelai and Emily.
Split up, it was a disaster because it meant the system had fallen apart. And it was particularly bad for the woman because she had to go out and find herself another rich husband, only she was older now. But with you, it's not such a disaster, is it?
Lorelai left her parents' house while she was 18 after having Rory. I just want to talk about the parallels that we saw between Emily and Lorelai, the way that these women were similar. And yeah, let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Susan. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, how's it going? Now let's talk about the similarities in their parenting. Emily Gilmore was cold and controlling and judgmental and passive aggressive, and she will call Lorelai names and try to force her into a specific mold. To be honest, it is incredibly difficult when you can't turn to your parents for emotional support or have them be a safe space for you. I believe that Emily genuinely thought she was being a parent by giving Lorelai what she considered tough love, but when tough love starts stripping away a child's confidence and self-esteem or the ability for them to confide in their parents without fear, it crosses into unhealthy territory. Now, I do not believe that parenting always has to be gentle, and there is a reason why it is a parent-child relationship. One person must offer a level of maturity, guidance, and structure because the other person needs it even when they think they don't. However, it should be done in a way that it builds trust and nurtures growth, and not in a way that tears a child down. Lorelai was definitely not like this. I would say she was more easygoing than her mom, but I still think that her parenting wasn't exactly free of blemish too. We can still draw parallels in their style of parenting. For example, when Rory deviated from the Harvard plan, she wouldn't allow her stay in the house anymore. Don't get me wrong, I don't think she was wrong as a mom for questioning Rory's decision to drop out of school. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, of course, but a lot of times people are hung up on the fact that Lorelai called this out and, she didn't support Rory when she decided she wanted to drop out for a while. Just have one question. Would you guys be excited if your kid just suddenly decides to quit school, especially because of a little setback or difficulty? I don't think so, especially if the child, has always had dreams and aspirations that include being in said school, right? Yeah, Lorelai might have gotten a bit destabilized by this information because she obviously didn't want Rory to end up the same way that she did, and maybe there was a little bit of projection there. But let's be honest, that is not completely wrong and totally bad. This is a woman looking out for her child, making sure that she's not making the wrong decisions, and I don't think that is completely bizarre and out of place for her to do. Who knows, maybe all Rory needed at that point was a little push to set her straight, to remind her of her dreams so that she could recalibrate. Also, there was a time where, Lorelai was conniving with Dean because she didn't like Jess. And maybe that wasn't exactly the best way to stop her daughter from dating someone that she didn't like. I would say that there was an element of control and manipulation that is similar to Emily's style of parenting here. Of course, it's not as obvious because Lorelai is the fun mom. If you like this video so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that you can get more videos like this, and so that people like you can also see videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Let's talk about their communication. Emily was passive aggressive, especially to Lorelai. Instead of coming out straight to express her displeasure, she would make snide remarks. She would even call out Lorelai in Rory's presence. Sometimes she belittled Lorelai to the point where it seemed that Lorelai got used to it and always had the reply for her too. One of the scenes I can't easily get out of my head is when Lorelai was about to have a baby and Emily was literally screaming at Lorelai. I was dumbfounded when I saw that scene.
A little faster, please.
Lorelai, you do not do this. You do not just leave a person a note.
Okay, see the timing here.
Dear Mom and Dad, I'm in labor. See you later. Lorelai?
Ow.
Emily, please, I feel ridiculous.
You're having a baby. Do you know that, Lorelai?
Well, that explains the stomach ache.
You do not leave your house when you're having a baby without telling your mother. You say, excuse me, Mom, I'm having a baby. Give me a ride to the damn hospital.
Now, Lorelai wasn't also great at communication, but to be quite frank, I think she might have cultivated this as a result of her and her mom's relationship. We also say that she developed the art of masking her feelings under quick comebacks and humor instead of saying exactly how she felt. And she didn't only do this with her mom. Now, to be unrealistic to think that there was no improvement in the relationships between Emily and Lorelai and Rory. One thing that stands out is how Lorelai recognized the issues in her relationship with her mother, the controlling behavior and lack of emotional support. Lorelai was determined to be different and create a healthier and more, I guess, open relationship with Rory. So she worked so hard to distance herself from her parents' wealth and social expectations, even though I found it quite ironic that she did that for the longest time, and then when she needed help with, getting Rory to school, she came to her parents.
Have to do that immediately or she loses her spot.
So, you need money.
Yeah. But it's not for me, it's for Rory. And I fully intend to pay you back every cent. I don't ask for favors, you know that.
Is that not what you would call using people? I don't know. What do you guys think? She also tried to get friendly with Rory's boyfriends. I feel she did this so that Rory could always feel comfortable talking to her about that aspect of her life. They would also do things like watch movies and eat junk food together. And I think that this was also a way for them to bond. We can't deny the fact that in an effort to distance herself from Emily's parenting, she sometimes ended up unintentionally mirroring some of the same behaviors, like being overly reactive or controlling in different ways, different subtle ways. And I think it just shows how challenging breaking cycles can be, even when you have the best of intentions. If you'd like me to share some of my thoughts about breaking these cycles, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to share in a different video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts. What did you guys think of the dynamic between Lorelai and Emily? Would you also say that Emily was misunderstood and might have excused her behavior a little bit? I really want to know what you guys think. Would you also say that Lorelai went a bit too far in, going no contact with her mom and then coming back when she needed help with Rory and, not still willing to be in their lives? Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.